Every year on April 22nd, the world comes together to celebrate Earth Day. But what if the environmental movement we think we're supporting isn't exactly what it seems? From plastic panic to electric vehicle hype, some of the loudest voices in the green movement are spreading myths, sometimes unknowingly, sometimes not. In 2025, Earth Day needs a reset. This isn't just about planting trees and banning straws anymore. It's about understanding the truth, challenging greenwashing, and reclaiming a movement hijacked by headlines, corporations, and outdated beliefs. Today, we're exposing 10 of the biggest myths that have shaped environmentalism and showing you what's really at stake. Plastic straws have become the face of ocean pollution, but here's the truth. They make up less than 1% of marine plastic waste. In reality, the majority comes from discarded fishing gear, industrial waste, and large-scale plastic packaging. In 2025, efforts to ban straws still dominate local legislation, but they often distract from the deeper issue. Global plastic reduction is up 20% since 2020, with developing countries bearing the brunt of waste dumping. If we want real change, we need systemic reform in packaging, manufacturing, and global waste exports, not just reusable tumblers. For decades, we've been taught that recycling is the greenest thing we can do. But only about 9% of all plastic ever produced has actually been recycled, and most of it ends up in landfills or incinerators. In 2025, the truth is finally reaching the public. Recycling is not a solution, it's a delay tactic. Many countries now refuse to accept imported recyclables, and microplastics are showing up in our food and bloodstreams. The answer? Reduce and redesign, not just recycle. We need product life cycles that end with reuse, not wishful sorting bins. Electric vehicles, EVs, are often marketed as zero emission, but that's only part of the story. While they produce no tailpipe emissions, their batteries rely on lithium, cobalt, and nickel mining, industries that are damaging ecosystems and violating human rights. In 2025, EV adoption has exploded, especially in urban centers, but the power grid still relies heavily on fossil fuels in many countries. This means your EV could still be indirectly powered by coal. EVs are a step in the right direction, but they're not a silver bullet. A truly green future also requires public transit, urban planning, and grid reform.
Plant-based diets can reduce emissions, but not all vegan options are equal. Avocados, almonds, and soy, staples of many vegan diets, often come with high water use, deforestation, and long-distance transport emissions. In 2025, the carbon footprint of food is under heavy scrutiny. Local, regenerative farming and seasonal produce often outperform imported vegan superfoods. The truth? Sustainable eating isn't just about cutting meat, it's about mindful sourcing, local supply chains, and reducing food waste. Carbon offset programs promise to cancel out emissions by funding tree planting or renewable energy projects. But many of these programs lack transparency, verification, or permanence. In 2025, investigations revealed that over 30% of commercial offsets were double-counted or ineffective, allowing corporations to pollute without accountability. Real climate action means cutting emissions at the source, not paying for permission to keep polluting. Solar and wind are cleaner than fossil fuels, yes, but they're not without impact. Rare earth mining, large-scale land use, and improper disposal of solar panels pose serious environmental challenges. In 2025, new tech is improving panel recycling and grid storage, but global demand for raw materials has soared, creating new geopolitical tensions and environmental concerns. We must pursue clean energy wisely, balancing innovation with circular design and global equity. 2050 is too late has become a rallying cry for a reason. Climate change is no longer a future issue, it's a 2025 reality. We're already seeing it: heat waves in Europe, floods in Asia, and climate migration on the rise. This year alone, more than 80 million people face displacement due to climate-related disasters. We need to treat climate change like the emergency it is, not a distant goal. The window for slow action is closed. Carbon capture, lab-grown meat, AI-based farming, technology offers hope, but it's not a substitute for policy and behavior change. In 2025, billions are being poured into climate tech, but few breakthroughs are ready for scale. Worse, some solutions are being used to delay hard decisions, like phasing out oil or reducing consumption. Innovation is critical, but we can't tech our way out of responsibility. Opponents of climate policy often claim that going green hurts working families. But the data says otherwise. Fossil fuel pollution disproportionately affects low-income communities, leading to higher rates of asthma, cancer, and premature death. In 2025, green jobs in solar, public transit, and retrofit construction are among the fastest-growing sectors, offering new pathways for equity. True climate justice means that the most vulnerable communities lead and benefit from the transition. This may be the most dangerous myth of all. The idea that individual action is meaningless paralyzes collective power. But history proves otherwise. Every movement started with one voice. From school strikes to local climate policy, millions of personal choices shape markets, pressure governments, and inspire change. In 2025, community-led initiatives are shaping national policy and holding corporations accountable. You matter. What you choose, how you vote, what you say, all of it adds up. Environmentalism was never meant to be a marketing slogan. It's a movement of truth, action, and justice. This Earth Day, let's move beyond myths, beyond feel-good trends, and into real solutions that protect people and planet. Let's reclaim the conversation, challenge the systems, and rewrite what it means to go green in 2025. So what myth shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful truths and climate clarity.